So President Trump is still trying to make a peace deal with Iran, and they've supposedly just bombed Lebanon, which is right by Damascus. There's rumors that Trump may meet with the Ayatollah of Iran.
We've heard you want to meet with the new Ayatollah, the new supreme leader.
I don't want to meet, but if I did meet, I'd be honored to meet him. I'd like to see if we make a deal.
Meanwhile, Israel is saying that Iran is bombing them, when really we know the truth is Mossad works with the CIA to create and control and fund and train these terrorist organizations like Hezbollah, Al-Qaeda, Hamas, the Taliban, etc. Iran bombed Lebanon, which is right by Damascus, and I heard the news mention Damascus again today.
Well, another extremely important point is that now Hezbollah is in many ways as isolated as Iran. They don't have a willing partner in the government of Lebanon, which they have had in the past. And perhaps more significantly, Harris, they don't have a supporter in Bashar al-Assad in Damascus and Syria anymore. They have a much more hostile regime that's pretty much dead set against the Iranians and moving closer to the United States and our allies. I'm not saying that's a perfect situation by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a lot better than it was. So if you can have Jerusalem working with Damascus and Beirut against Hezbollah, and remember, the president said yesterday he'll help Israel against Hezbollah if they do this in a more strategic, surgical fashion that won't upset the peace negotiations with Lebanon. You know, the United States will help. We've had them as a designated terrorist group since the 1980s, so nothing would make me happier than to see Hezbollah eradicated.
Wow, just hearing you say Beirut and Damascus and Israel all in one sentence, I mean, that is monumental.
This reminds me of the book in the Bible, Acts 9. Talks about the road to Damascus. Saul started out as an evil persecutor of Christians and was trying to kill them all. On his way to Damascus, Saul was blinded by this flash of light from heaven. He fell to the ground and heard the voice of God. God said, "Saul, why are you persecuting me?" And Saul was blind for 3 days. In Damascus, a disciple named Ananias placed his hands on Saul, restoring his sight. Saul's life was changed, and he immediately wanted to be baptized, and he began to preach the word that Jesus Christ was the Son of God, and he changed his name to Paul. I'm telling you this because it looked impossible, right? I mean, come on. Saul was murdering Christians. It looked impossible for him to change, and God changed his life. What if we see President Trump sit down with the Ayatollah of Iran and work out a peace deal? That sounds unbelievable and impossible, but what if it becomes possible and it happens? I mean, look at Trump's capitulation tour. He walked across the line of North Korea and shook the hand of Kim Jong-un. He's already made peace in the Middle East. He did the sword dance over there, and he signed the Abraham Accords. And in his first term, there was no wars for 4 years. That's never happened ever in history. I believe it. I believe it will happen. I bet he'll get it done. I bet Trump and the military and God are going to get this done. They're going to make what looks impossible possible. I bet Trump sits down with the Ayatollah of Iran and other terrorist organizations and works out a peace deal. And I bet he even gets them to tell the truth to the world. What if we get the truth about the assassination of JFK and the attack of 9/11 from the terrorist organizations themselves? What if it's just like Saul turning to Paul? Acts 9, the road to Damascus. Total miracle, complete flip happens of a bad guy turning to good. Dark to light. The best is yet to come, right, Patriots? Enjoy the show.